do I need to point out? Do we need to point out what the fuck here? It costs us apes nothing, zero nada to hold. We went from being a pebble in their designer shoes to having to amputate one of their legs. Okay, that's creative, but where do you start? I mean, it costs millions per day to naked short AMC. I mean, the whole deal with naked shorting is they don't borrow the shares. That's the cost. That is the cost. So why would it cost millions per day? How could it cost millions per day if you're not even borrowing? You're not paying to borrow. But of course, there's no evidence for naked shorting. No evidence. No evidence. Yes, that's right, Antoinette. I'm here. I arrived. Of course I'm here. What are you talking about? Of course I arrived. What are you talking? But and the other, egregious falsehood here is that it costs apes nothing to hold. And I've been saying this for over a year that 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 is a false notion that it costs people nothing to hold a stock. Um, on the very face of it, you're holding a stock that has gone down 80, 90%. There's the cost of the losses. Now, yes, it's unrealized, but if you were to realize it, if you were to liquidate it, uh, you would be sitting on a major loss. So, I mean, that's a cost. That is a cost. It's a cost you haven't hasn't been settled yet. It's a bill that's due in the future, but it's most certainly is a cost. Not to mention the opportunity cost of dumping so much money in one stock, a stock that is down 80, 90%. What could you have done with that money instead? That's opportunity cost. And that is really where it gets really staggering to think about this. Um, what could have been done with that money? The very least of which is to put it in a savings account and let it just sit there and not go down. Oh, but Scott, the banks could fail. I've seen so much nonsense on Reddit. AMC is our new savings account. Yeah, I mean, savings accounts aren't what they used to be. Even, in like 2005, 2006, I had a savings account that had like 5 or 6% APR on it, no more. But even today's savings accounts aren't going to be as crappy a deal as AMC stock. I mean, come on. Trust me, bro. You hold for me, I'll hold for you. Barney and Friends investing strategy, right? A lot of these people did. They grew up in the Barney and Friends generation. And there are, you know, I don't want to sound straw man like here, but there is actually kind of some opposition to Barney and Friends out there. Um, with all that I love you, you love me nonsense, that it kind of misrepresents the way the world is, and that it may have influenced that generation negatively. I'm not saying I believe this necessarily. I'm just reporting that this stance is held by, a contingency of people. So who knows? But there is something to it, I think. You hold for me, I hold for you. Yeah, like a stranger. I'm sorry, Antoinette. Like I I like you. You're a cool chick. But I'm not gonna hold AMC stock for you. I hope you're not offended, but I'm not gonna hold AMC stock for you, Chris, or anybody, or any stock for anybody. I'm not going to hold anything for anybody except myself because it's my account. So why would I hold it for you? Makes no sense. Oh, but this is different, they said. Right. This stock is different. It's not like anything else. This is I mean, they should have just resurrected the Occupy Wall Street thing and tied it in with that, and they probably would have gotten some of the generation that's a little bit older than the Barney, I love you, you love me generation. Um, but who knows? But costing millions per day to naked short AMC every day. They had to have that every day in there. It costs us apes nothing to hold. Well, that's just wrong on both counts. Wrong on both counts. 71. Now, why does this person do this? Why does this person do this? 71.05% off exchange, off exchange ape. No, off exchange says 57.72. What are they adding to this to get 71? I mean, seriously. I mean, what it says off exchange right there. Why would you add anything to it? These are exchanges. Every goddamn one of these is an exchange. Yet this ape is reporting 71.05% off exchange. Ape. What? What is it? The top two? 57.72 and 1363. 71.35. So it's not even correct. They didn't even add it correctly. It's 71.35. My God. These people suck. These people are dumb as fuck. Look, I'm not making this up. I mean, some people I can't. I'm not good at math in my head, so I always check in on a calculator. 71.35. Jesus Christ. These people are inaped. Inaped. They are the most inaped investors, quote unquote investors in the market. It's embarrassing. Off exchange, 57%. These are all exchanges. I've said this so many times. What an idiot. Why? Oh, Ortex guy. Here's another idiot. But uh short interest and shares on loan seeing massive returns on AMC and APE. Okay. Feels like hedgy accepting they got trapped. Oh, really? Accepting they got trapped by returning shares? I mean, how do you make the leap from, "Oh, we're seeing massive returns on these 2 stocks," to, "Oh, but it feels like they're accepting that they got trapped." But you just said they're returning shares. If they were trapped, would they be able to fucking return shares? What the fuck? This is so stupid. I mean, well, it is. Let's see. AMC, a savings account. The dumbest shit I've ever heard. Right. The 3 and the H are missing. And you know what, Trilo? There's there's more than the 3 and H missing. Just in general, they're missing more than a 3 and an H, but yeah. Oh, we got a train here. Okay, I guess it went by. Um, it's a really slow train. It's like a track that goes to a business or something. It's a really slow track. They just creep down the track. So it's not fast. It's not worth it to jump in front of that train to get away from this shit. But at least it made me shut up for a minute. It's costing millions per day to make. Oh, I already saw that. Wait a minute. I already saw that. What? Okay, there it is. Here it is again. Okay, this is odd. It's costing millions per day to naked short AMC every day. 6 hours ago by X Teak. It's costing millions per day to naked short AMC. 4 hours ago from Financial Arm, 87.43. You'd think they would use that money to find a cure for diseases or help pay down the deficit or feed the hungry. Well, you know what? No. Why would they use that money for that? Now all of a sudden Wall Street is supposed to be fucking altruistic and give all the what? Oh my god, I hate these people. Fucking hate them. Yeah, maybe the apes. Okay? Here we go. I can do it too. Maybe the apes should have used their money to donate to fucking the American Cancer Society or write a check to the government and say this is my donation to pay down the deficit. $27 trillion. Ah, yeah, whatever. Here's a couple $1,000. Or go buy some donuts and put them out, near where the homeless people congregate in your town. I mean, yeah, these people would love. They love to tell people what they should have done with their money, what they should do with their money, what they should do with their positions, what they should buy, what they should not short. That the shorts should cover their positions. We need you guys to cover. Yeah? Well, I'll tell you what. If I were a short hedge fund, I wouldn't fucking cover just because these motherfuckers want me to. And it's probably the smart thing to do in terms of profit. There's also that. But it would primarily be because these children are telling me, we need you guys to cover. Oh, yeah? Here, watch me not fucking cover. Idiots. Idiots. How can it cost millions per day to naked short something? By definition, naked shorting does not borrow shares. This is the level of sophistication of the goddamn AMC apes. It is. I'm convinced we're in accumulation zone. Oh, yeah? Oh, been watching some fucking Rico. Been watching Rico talking about accumulation. Cat Striker followed me out of nowhere on Twitter. Ah, is that even the right? Is that even her? It looks like a fucking bullshit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care to look. Maybe it is. Maybe that is her actual handle. I don't know. It looks weird. That would be hilarious though if it were one of those fake doppelganger spam accounts that's imitating her. I'm gonna go create one and follow a bunch of apes and watch this subreddit fill up with, oh my god, Cat Striker followed me, guys. Oh my god, Terrible followed me. Ah! Pathetic. Are some ANC investors still waiting for their original ape dividend? Just seeing if everyone got their ape. Right. So go to Reddit to do that. Some people were forced to take a cash payout. Yeah, in other countries where they have their own rules. Their own rules. I get mine in the first day, but I'm not able to buy more, only sell. I'm from Sweden, by the way. Right. See? Exactly. Um, whole ape thing should have been done on T0 or some blockchain. Yeah, blockchain. It's the savior. Blockchain. Yeah, that would have, they should have done it on blockchain. Then they wouldn't have been able to do all this fuckery. Adam Aron screwed up again. Minus 10% move from within first minutes after pre-market was mooning from continuation from last week. What? Days in, you all. You all. It's not going to be easy. Continuation was after pre-market was mooning from continuation from last week. What does that mean? It means nothing. Continuation from last week. It's a new fucking week. Continuation? And what is mooning from continue? It feels like we're headed into chaos. We really have this. You know it's going to get ugly and crazy. We all know this, right? Have you ever noticed how you never have any money anymore? It's slowly getting worse. We know it. They know it. They know that we're going to be rich. Clearly. I mean, this is like so stupid. Remember after 2008, we saw them celebrating with champagne and gloating over everyone beneath them. It was crazy, right? Occupy Wall Street. It reminded me of the Left Behind da 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 da. It reminded me of the Left Behind series where Kirk Cameron is in that meeting and all that evil happened. I'm sorry, Left Behind series? Fucking bullshit Christian uh apocalyptic bullshit fiction with Kirk Cameron? Yeah, it reminds me of that's the first thing that came to my mind, of course, Left Behind series by Tim LaHaye. Jesus Christ. I associate Ken Griffin as the dude who takes over all of a sudden. Why? Why would you associate Ken Griffin? Um, I mean, here we go with the sob stories. I lost my wife, my dog, my son, whatever. I don't know. Um, People are horrific to each other, as evidenced by me making fun of this person. Um, I mean, that person should have finished school. That's all I'm gonna say. They should have fucking finished school. Probably nothing. Okay, let's see. Oh, uh, Atlantis. Hi. What's so special about Kat? She followed me on Twitter and unfollowed after I posted my AMC sells. Good. Awesome. I wonder what happened to the Discord group I was in. There was tons of people, but I got banned after I told the chat they were insane to still be there. Was this the AMC stock Discord that's related to the AMC stock subreddit by any chance? Is that what you are? Is that what it is? Because I went in there a couple times last year and listened to their voice chat. Holy crap! Talk about crazy. Um, Reed says, so why would the shorts not be super far ahead of the longs if it's down 87% from all-time highs? Like, why do they think they didn't already cover in June 21, then reshort till today? And right, and it's shorter cycles than that even. You know, these are I said this last year. I thought it was pretty good, but of course I did. Uh there's really not short and hold isn't really the strategy. Like buy and hold is for long investing. Um, you're trying to capitalize off of a downturn, a decline in the stock price, and it might happen over a long period of time. You are paying to borrow the shares. Um, so and you're talking about pros a lot of the times, so they're pretty good at managing the risk usually. So as far as I am concerned, um, you see 10, 15, 20% decline, you're probably going to take that profit. Probably going to take that profit. And then yeah, that's going to create some buying pressure um, as other short positions are closed to take profits. And then, at some point, and that's going to maybe create some FOMO buying or, bullish sentiment, increase the price even further. Once it goes too far, once it gets a little bit, overextended or overbought or whatever you want to call it, then, enter another short position and do this ad infinitum. More Latin. You bring the Latin out of me, Reed. Some guy named Isaiah on Twitter ran the Discord. Let's see. IWM has filed an import disclosing ownership of 0 shares of AMC Entertainment Holdings. Huh. What about the Russell 1000? Didn't they move to that, or maybe I'm just making that up? These people forgot all the YouTube clowns pumping AMC, even promoted the Las Vegas ape scam. Nobody mentioned they were calling the pump over the 10. I mean, yeah, like that's wild. Like I remember that. They said uh you know, we're gonna have this ape fest in Las Vegas. At the same time, they were saying that June 3rd, 2nd was not the squeeze. So why are you celebrating if it hasn't happened yet? But I mean, the reality is for Trey and others, I'm sure the MOAS did happen. The MOAS of I made a shitload of money on options based on all of you all buying and me selling. While I'm publicly telling you to buy and telling you that I'm buying, I'm selling. Trey did that. He told people he was holding, he's in it. I mean, maybe he was, but he didn't tell people that he made a shitload of money on options and that he was selling options or closing option trades at the same time. Now, if that was the case, maybe he had short dated options that were about to expire or something. Okay, that's possible. Knowing how skillful he is at trading options, that's probably the case. But um, why not roll them out to, further out options? If you really have that much conviction, why are you dumping your position? Roll it out, make more money, be greedy. Um, Trey belongs in jail. He wouldn't last 5 minutes in jail. You can type in Google AMC Twitter, and I'm sure his account will pop up. A picture of a BMW logo. I don't think it had a BMW logo now that I think about it. It was associated with the AMC stock subreddit, so goes in cycles, but each high is lower than the last. And that's basically what we said with overhead supply. You have all this shit. Where is it? I'm gonna leave that on. Of course, this is an adjusted chart for including the dividend, ape, whatever. Let's investigate this high region right here. This is the top. This is June 2nd, right here. June 1st, sorry. Oh, what's curious is I'm zooming in just on this part. I want to get really in close, and then I also want to expand this. Make it 60%. We want to really see it. Well, that didn't help. That did. Oh, okay. Maybe it did. All right. So these lines on the left represent buying and selling at different price levels. So buying and selling at the $44 price level, represented in a green bar. Selling at the $42 price level, 41, 42, represented by red bars. Um, and this is a weekly chart, so maybe that's why it was showing me June 2nd, June 1st. But anyway, let's do this. Let's go back here. zoom in here. This is always so depressing, but I'm morbidly curious. Um, Here we go. So here's June 2nd. Like, let's see. We can't put, okay. Well, we can hide the candles. Fuck the candles. So look at this. Like, green relative to red. Generally speaking, a lot more red, a lot more green, especially on these higher price levels here. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. The top ones for sure. That means that there was more buying happening at the top than selling. Yeah, there was a decent amount of selling down here. I'm not saying there was no selling. I'm saying generally there was more buying than selling at these levels, pretty much all the way up. Um, why is that relevant? Well, because these people are the biggest bag holders there are in this. They are the supreme bag holders, and they want to get the fuck out of this. I mean, and it wasn't 40, it was fucking 70, 72. It wasn't 44, it was fucking 72. So, I mean, how many of those people are still holding? How many of those people have the conviction? How many of those people have the diamond whatever? Well, every time the stock goes up, goes to a lower high and comes down. So you have all this overhead supply here, all these people bought in up here, and this is just looming here, waiting for anybody to waiting for it to get close at all here to these levels. So if it does, it gets shot down because people are trying to get out. Not everybody cares to hold for you, as we found out. Russell 1000 has a disclosed ownership of 378,990 shares, valued at 5.1 mil as of 6/30, 2022. 6/30. Whoops, whoops, whoops. 6/30, huh? So closing price was 832. It's at 636 now, so it's not less, that much less, I guess, but it is. When's AMC's next earnings? I think it's November 7th. Yeah, Monday, November 7th. So a week after Halloween. Halloween is next Monday. This is the following Monday. So 2 weeks from today. I bought that pump last pump early August, averaged down a bit when AMC tanked, then sold. My brain can't process the first part of this read, only the second part. But, you know, I'm glad that you are considering all the options. Say it that way. Okay. Yeah, it probably is nothing. I mean, Imagine not understanding what this means and saying something like, and boom, like that, another 650,000 shares just poofed into existence. No, when the shares available goes up, a logical conclusion to reach would be not that they just created them out of nothing. More shares became available. Shares were returned. Oh no, but shorts haven't covered, so they can't be returned. I mean, that's literally what they think. That is what they think. Oh no, it's okay, Reed. I was making fun of the fact of somebody buying AMC. Just saying, that part doesn't compute for me. I'm not sure what that means. Just trying to be funny. Um, did I already refresh this? I think I did. AMC buyout rumors. I mean, what is this buyout? Buyout. I watched a video by Practical Investing earlier. I was in the car. It's about it. Antoinette gave it to me. $5 buyout. He was talking about short covering at $5. He said, "What happens when it gets to $5? We're going to see some buyouts. Hedge funds are going to be forced to buy out and cover their positions." And I'm like, "Oh, short covering, okay." Because, you know, once it gets to $5, you're going to see some massive buying. Well, that's what they said about $10. That's what they said about $20 every time. And guess what? Putting it out there that, hey, we all think that if the price gets to $5, that everybody's going to cover. What does that mean? Is Wall Street going to do what you want them to do? As if it matters anyway at this point, but I would say, hell no, they're not. Because you're fucking stupid for putting your plans out in the open in a public forum, in every public forum. Why would you say that? Anyway, um, because they're just kids. They don't know. But what is this the same buyout rumors or is there something else like buyout as far as like merger and or acquisition? Like buyout. What does buyout mean? I'm gonna go buy out all of the XYZ, whatever. Buy out, buy completely. I don't know. AMC reversal soon. Doc J is one of the stupidest AMC YouTube grifter influencers here. One of the dumbest. Every fucking day. AMC $1,000 soon. AMC reversal soon. Huge AMC prediction. Yeah? Your predictions fucking suck. You haven't been right once. How does it feel to be wrong every fucking day? Give it up, man. Why? Why do you do it? Why? Is it because you know these people are fucking desperate and you're trying to make money off of their stupidity? I mean, that is fucking stupid. Okay, moon market. It's been a minute since we watched a moon market. Let's watch a moon market. You know, this is.
Welcome back to a brand new video.
Oh, it's going to be one of those nights, huh? Okay.
Market family. In this video, I have a stock that's under a penny.
Hold on. And I just experienced some type of problem. But, uh, oh, okay. I know why. I know why. Sorry about that. I totally forgot. I For some reason YouTube shows you your own stream in the live streaming dashboard. It plays your live stream in real time, which means it's pulling, it's not only am I sending out the stream data, I'm also receiving it, which is dumb. Why would it do that by default? And I always forget to turn it off. I forget to pause that playback, which is you know, good job, Google. Real good fucking job. Um, so that moon market is not about AMC. Talking about some rumors floating around once again about Disney potential interest in merger. Our buyout of or buyout of oh, is that the buyout? Disney. I don't know. Adam Aaron says 11,000. Yeah, of course he does. She'll fucking talk daily. Oh, look, AMC had a $64 million plus weekend. Oh my God. Theaters aren't dead. Theaters aren't dead. But your fucking shit theater company is on the road too. Now we get to Tom Fudzulo. See, this is a guy after my own heart. 3 minutes and 54 seconds. You see this, ape influencer grifters? If you're watching this, listen. Tom Fudzulo gets it. Okay? Fudzulo gets it. Short videos. Why have I skipped over all these videos? Why do I skip over every one of Red Pill Bill's videos? Because it's 32 minutes long every time. Who wants to listen to 32 minutes of propaganda? Unless you're an ape. Then you're like, oh my God,
All right, everybody,
Bill.
we got some massive news here today.
Always fucking massive news with this kid, too. Always massive news. Well, at least he's discerning, I guess. Okay. Oh, fuck. All right. So I'm gonna let this video play all the way through. This is my challenge. I'm gonna let it play all the way through. I'm not gonna say word one. All right, here we go.
All right, everybody, we got some massive news here today. Huge new rule just got proposed from the SEC, published here today. Now, this is the comment period of this rule. This means it's not official yet, but what this could be is something very relevant to the stock market, especially in relation to Citadel and some of these institutions. Now, obviously, I'm skeptical of the SEC, but let's move forward with this rule and just cover it first, and then we can talk about it later. Now, what we see here is this is Rule 602. This is the first time ever the SEC has actually acknowledged that there are different prices based off of public lit exchanges and private dark pool exchanges. This is huge because this is something we've been theorizing for quite a long time, that there is one price in the public exchanges and then another price in the dark pools and other exchanges where we as retail investors don't necessarily get to see this happen. Now, most of retail orders go through dark pools and are executed on dark pools, and we have often theorized that these prices on dark pools are much different from what we see on the charts publicly displayed. Now, this is the first time this has been acknowledged by a government agency such as the SEC. What they basically say here is this rule would require all of these different over-the-counter exchanges to actually publish their best bids, best offers, and quotation sizes for subject securities. Now, this is where some skepticism comes in because this is not going to be for all securities, and it has not been confirmed if this will be for AMC or GameStop or, which securities this will apply to. But let's get into some more details before we talk about that. So basically, this disclosure requirement obligates any exchange member and over-the-counter market maker. This also includes dark pools because dark pools are over-the-counter exchanges as well. That is a responsible broker or dealer as defined under the rule to communicate to an exchange or association its best bids, best offers, and quotation size for subject securities. Now we can also take a look at this footnote here, and you can pause and read it for yourself. Since this reporting requirement is an alternative method of meeting the market maker's reporting obligation, and because it is directed to 9 or fewer persons, this collection of information is not subject to OMB review under the Paperwork Reduction Act. So this is kind of interesting here as well. It looks like there's going to be 9 or fewer participants in this new rule. That's at least my perception here. So will this include Citadel? If it does, this or Citadel's dark pool, if it does, this could be a massive, massive change. If it doesn't, this might kind of be water under the bridge. Nonetheless, I take away kind of the biggest win here is the fact that they are acknowledging there are different prices based on where you go to trade your stocks. This is an acknowledgement that over the counter has different prices and is often better than the public exchanges that we are subjected to as retail investors. Now, I've never seen anybody acknowledge this publicly. However, obviously most of us are aware of this happening. So this is going to be
Okay, I lied. I tried. I did pretty well. I'm not interrupting, but I got to go back right there because he said something that was like, "What?"
go to trade your stocks. This is an acknowledgement that over the counter has different prices and is often better than the public exchanges that we are subjected to as retail investors.
That's not the narrative. That's not the narrative at all, Tom. The narrative is, I mean, okay, better prices. What does that mean? Okay, I guess he's looking at it from the other side. Uh, but the dark pool has better prices than the lit exchanges that that the retail investors are subjected to. But the narrative is, and the reality is, and he even showed an article that said 95% of retail orders go off exchange. The narrative is retail investors' orders are going off exchange and that's hurting things. So you can't have it both ways here. Which one's worse today? Is it off exchange or on exchange? Dark pool has better prices. Um, Probably not. I mean, the national best bid and offer is the same everywhere. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, shown or not, in an open order book or not. Um, I just heard that and was like, what? Better prices, meaning higher prices. Yeah? Or lower prices. Well, it depends on if you're buying or selling. But, if you're buying, you want it to be lower. If you're selling, you want it to be higher. Or maybe the bid price is lower and the ask price is higher or something. I don't know. I'm gonna let him
Now, I've
finish the
never
last few
seen
seconds
anybody
here.
acknowledge this publicly. However, obviously, most of us are aware of this happening. So, this is going to be a developing situation, and I'm very interested to see what happens here. I'm interested to get more details on who exactly is going to be subject to this rule. But at the very least, we can understand that at least it's acknowledged and it's public information that there are different prices here. Otherwise, why would they have this rule? There would be no other reason to make a rule like this if all the prices were the same. So that's about it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to share. I will see you in the next one.
Okay. Tony Pinko is talking about the ape um, share, whatever, and it's not really a share. Um, it's part of a preferred share. It's 1/100th of a preferred share. I don't know if that matters, um, but I don't think it can be delisted. I mean, at least that's what I've been told. But you know who I've been told this by, so um, but because it is I think because it was a special dividend, Maybe that's why. Um, it's not like its own security. Like it's dependent on AMC. So I don't know, but I don't think it's going to get delisted because AMC is the listed company is AMC. Uh, they could be delisted if their equity security, which is AMC, goes under the threshold, I think, but um, or maybe it would be AMC plus ape. Maybe if that combination goes below, excuse me, the threshold. I don't know. I don't I don't think it would happen. I also don't think it'd matter anyway at that point. But yeah. So okay, certain stocks trade for very
Yeah,
different prices
but
in
what
dark
this
pools.
could be
Is
is
that what it says really? Notice is hereby given. Da 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 da. Provided 602. Dissemination of quotations in NMS securities contains two related collections. The first collection of information is found in 602A. This third-party disclosure requirement obligates each national securities exchange and National Securities Association to make available to quotation vendors for dissemination to the public the best bid, best offer, and aggregate quotation size for each subject security as defined under the rule. The second collection of information is found in 602B. This disclosure requirement obligates any exchange member and over-the-counter market maker that is a, quote, responsible broker or dealer, as defined under the rule, to communicate to an exchange or association its best bids, best offers, and quotation sizes for subject securities. Okay. So soliciting comments on the existing collection of information provided for in Rule 602. So this is the existing situation. This is the existing collection of data. 602A refers to securities exchanges to make available to quotation vendors the best bid, best offer, and aggregate quotation size for each subject security. So the best bid, the best offer, and how many shares are available at the bid and at the offer. The second collection is 602B. It obligates any exchange member, any exchange member and over-the-counter market maker that is a responsible broker or dealer to communicate to an exchange or association its best bids, best offers, and quotation sizes for subject securities. It's saying that this is what exists already. 17 CFR 24602. 17 CFR I already forgot. 24602. 240 fuck 24602. Haha. The ECFR, Electronic Code Federal Regulations. 240 240 uh 60 602. I don't see anything that looks like that. It's definitely in that section somewhere. 240.602. That's what I searched for. Give it to me exactly. Give it to me exactly. Well, it's got to be here somewhere. part 240, 17, 240, subpart A, 6. I got to go all the way to 6. I don't see that. It doesn't go that high. Oh, that's all right. 15 USC 78A. I forgot the last part. 78A. Let's see it in the US code here. Okay. Securities Act. Oh my God. Well, anyway, I just want to actually look at the actual regulation. But okay. Rule 602. Okay. It is anticipated that 25 respondents consisting of 24 national securities exchanges and one National Securities Association will collectively respond approximately how many times? 19 trillion times? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is about this is not this is completely being taken out of context. I need to actually look at this article. Where's this article at? Federal Register proposed collection. Okay. Wow, this Tom Fudzullo strikes again. I mean, come on, dude. Collection, man. Um, proposed collection. Fuck. Comment request. See if that hits it. Yeah, right here. No, that's not it. When did this come out? 10/24. Okay. Okay, here it is. Here it is. All right, good. I mean, if he were actually, there it is. He's got it right there. All right. Okay. Okay. So what you're talking about is the collection of the data, not the collection like as in like a collection of baseball cards. The act of collecting the data on the existing collection of information provided in Rule 602. So the existing way that they collect this data, that the data is submitted and disseminated. Okay, we already read this part. 602 is two collections. The first collection of information is found. The first way that they collect the data or reason or whatever. Okay, so the first one is secure exchanges. The second one is OTC, off exchange. Okay. It is anticipated that 25 respondents, consisting of 24 national securities exchanges and one national securities association, will collectively respond approximately 19 trillion times per year pursuant to 602A at 18.22 microseconds per response, resulting in a total annual time burden of approximately 96,000 hours. It is anticipated that no respondents will have a reporting burden pursuant to 602B. Okay. No respondents. Thus, the aggregate third-party disclosure under 602 is approximately 96,000 hours, which is comprised of 96,000 hours relating to A and 0 hours relating to B. Okay, yeah, you just said that. Just said that. Written comments are invited on A, whether the proposed collection of information is necessary for the proper performance of the functions of the commission, including whether the information shall have practical utility. B, the accuracy of the commission's estimates of the burden of the proposed collection of information. Ways to enhance the quality, utility, and clarity of the information collected, and ways to minimize the burden of the collection of information on respondents, including through the use of automated collection techniques or other forms of information technology. Consideration will be given to comments and suggestions submitted by December 23rd, 2022. Okay. So we have footnotes that might give us some information here. Let's see. The first collection is in 602A. That's footnote 1. Oh, look, it even has a link to the freaking thing I was looking for. And then we got footnote 3 right here. That's probably the one we want, because this is talking about 602B. Under Rule 602B5, electronic communication networks have the option of reporting to an exchange or association for public dissemination on behalf of customers that are OTC market makers or exchange market makers. The best priced orders and the full size for such orders entered by the market makers on the ECN to satisfy such market makers reporting obligation under 602B. Since this reporting requirement is an alternative method of meeting the market maker's reporting obligation, and because it is directed to 9 or fewer persons, ECNs, this collection of information is not subject to OMB review under the Paperwork Reduction Act. Okay, and also they have 4. 4 is where it says there is 0, no respondents for that collection. And it says for the reporting obligation under 602B, the respondents are exchange members and OTC market makers. The Commission believes that communication of quotations through an exchange's electronic trading system effectively means that exchange members currently have no reporting burden under 602B for these quotations. The Commission also believes that there are presently no OTC market makers that quote other than on an exchange. Huh? Huh? What? OTC market makers quote on an exchange. What wasn't the whole thing that they're off exchange? I don't know. But where does it say that the price is different? That's what I'm looking for. Where does it actually say in here? We read the whole thing. We read this whole fucking thing. Where does it say that there are different prices in the dark pool? Where does it say that? I'm reading it. I'm looking at it. I don't see that. It doesn't say that. It talks about the reporting requirements. It's not even close to saying that there's different prices. What are you talking about? Tom fucking Fudzulo. Oh my God. This shit, I'm telling you guys, this shit debunks itself. If you know how to fucking read, it debunks itself. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Model 3 dude is in the house just in time. Just in time. Let's see here. Dark pool investors don't have to disclose their plays. So why people are concerned about transparency, 2 different platforms, dark pool are not open to the public. Um, well, there's different off exchange. There's different off exchange. So you have dark pool, like what Citadel uses, like for retail investors, it's not that it's not open to the public. Citadel does the trade in-house, and they do it on their system. And so that's considered a dark pool or off exchange or OTC. Also, if Goldman Sachs does a trade, they have their own dark pool. That's what retail investors don't have access to, but that's not because it's a dark pool, it's because it's an institution and retail investors use retail brokerages. So, and let me say this too, because there's a lot of confusion about this. Every trade gets reported. Every trade goes to the tape. Doesn't matter if it's dark pool, non-dark pool, institution, retail investor, whoever. Every trade goes on the tape. You can see the record of every trade. Every trade is reported. Dark pool trades are reported. The only thing that's dark is the order book. That's it. You can't see what orders are sitting there at different price levels waiting to be filled because that's on a computer at Citadel and they're doing it internally, right? It would be like, I don't know. You can't look at Walmart's inventory system. You can't look at Walmart's computer to see how many cases of Coca-Cola they have in stock, right? You can go and buy one and you get a receipt for it when you buy it. You just don't have access to know how many are there that you could potentially buy. That's kind of the same thing. That's the best I can come up with at 11 o'clock on a Monday night. But at the end of the day, all the trades are they're all the same in that they get reported to the tape and it was matched with another order internally. But this video that Tom Fazzulo shat out here, he shat this out. He didn't read this. There's no way he read this, or he should have finished school too, because nothing in this document says anything about different prices. It says, here's what these people do, here's what these people do, yada 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 yada. Doesn't say anything about prices. Nothing. Nothing about prices. Tom Fazzulo is wrong again. Imagine that. Imagine that. And here's the problem with this shit. So this is misinformation. Okay. What we have here is misinformation in its most basic form. You have a document. You have somebody purporting to read this document. You have them giving you a conclusion, giving you a summary. They don't read it on screen, on a video. He didn't read this document on the video. He said basically what it says here is. Remember? Listen.
Institutions. Now, obviously,
let's hear it again. And I won't
all right,
interrupt
everybody,
either.
we got some massive news here today. Huge new rule just got proposed from the SEC, published here today. Now, this is the comment period of this rule. This means it's not official yet, but
he's already wrong. He's already wrong. He is already wrong, and it's only 10 seconds in.
all right, everybody, we got some massive news here today.
Massive news. Okay, not really, but all right, I'll let that one slide. 2 seconds in. I'm letting it slide already.
Huge new rule just got proposed from.
Huge new rule just got proposed. No, no, no. That's not what it says. They're soliciting comments on the existing collection of information provided for in Rule 602. The existing collection. of information existing in Rule 602. Tom Fudzulo.
All right, everybody, we got some massive news here today. Huge new rule just got proposed from the SEC, published here today. Now, this is the comment period of this rule. This means it's not official yet, but what this could
Not official yet. Not official yet. And it's like 3, 4 mistakes in 10 seconds. That's got to be a new fucking
be is something
record.
very relevant to the stock market, especially in relation to Citadel and some of these institutions. Now, obviously, I'm skeptical of the SEC, but let's
Obviously, yes, of course. Well, obviously you can't
move
fucking
forward
read.
with this rule and just cover it first, and then we can talk about it later. Now, what
Okay.
we see here is this is Rule 602. This is the first time ever the SEC has actually acknowledged that there are different prices based off of public lit exchanges and private dark pool exchanges.
Okay. I didn't read that anywhere in there, but
This
okay.
is huge because this is something we've been theorizing for quite a long time, that there is one price in the public exchanges and then another price in the dark pools. And
Okay. You've been theorizing that. Oh, look, another example of the apes getting it right. The apes predicting the future. Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
other exchanges where we as retail investors don't necessarily get to see this happen. Now, most of retail orders go through dark pools and are executed on dark pools, and we have often theorized that these prices on dark pools are much different from what we see on the charts publicly displayed.
Uh, well, no. I mean, that's ridiculous. And it shows that you don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. By the way, I love the fact that he used a Frank Nez article. It's like one grifter using another grifter as like the fact that Frank Nez is somehow has enough credibility to be used as a site source. No. Um. Okay.
On dark pools, and we have often theorized that these prices on dark pools are much different from what we see on the charts publicly displayed. Now, this is the first time this has been
Wrong.
acknowledged by a government agency such as the SEC.
Okay. First time it's been acknowledged. Where is it acknowledged?
What they
Show us.
basically say here
There
is
it
this
is.
rule would require all of these different over-the-counter exchanges to actually publish their best bids, best offers, and quotation sizes for subject securities. Now,
I mean, it says right there, this disclosure requirement obligates, present tense, currently obligates. It is obligating it currently. Okay? Wow. This is one of the worst, most egregious misreadings. I mean, I know it's exactly what happened. He saw this, he got a fucking stiffy. He got a little fucking stiffy, and he's like, oh my God, I can make a video about this. And he was so horny that he didn't even bother to read it, or he was reading it quickly. I don't know. I honestly think that he is that dumb. Very careless. Wow, this is terrible. And the problem is, here's the problem. Oh, Scott, it doesn't matter. You're just making, oh, Scott, you're so dumb. Um, Here's the problem. Look at these comments. Like always, your videos never disappoint me. What, Ramiro, what if you knew, actually, what if you actually knew how wrong this guy was every time? Every fucking time. Tom Fudzulo is always wrong. Would they disappoint you then? Would he disappoint you? Would Tom Fudzulo be a disappointment to you, Ramiro, if you knew, if you understood that he's feeding you garbage? Would you care? Or would you just call me a shill? Hedgy, bitch. I don't expect much action to be taken, but at least it's bringing awareness. Awareness to what? Thanks for only posting when you have something fresh to say. Respect. Respect? I have zero respect for this guy. This guy is a misinformer. Misinforming doesn't belong on YouTube, and he should be held liable for all of the misinformation that he's fucking spewed. Did they acknowledge the price separation between the exchanges? I don't know, Jason. Did you see it anywhere? Did you go read it? Did you see it? No? It doesn't say anything about prices except reporting the best bid and reporting the best offer, which they currently have to do. They're obligated to do it. I mean, seriously, this shit debunks itself if you read it. If you read it. Tom Fazzulo can't read. So sometime in the last 2 weeks, some market makers sold shares for $90 to $800 a share reported. I can't remember where. FINRA maybe. Yeah, not likely. Not fucking likely. If you can't remember, that means you don't have a fucking source, which means you're full of shit. I guarantee Citadel's involved, which is why Ken Griffin is on a hiring spree in the EU. Oh, okay. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, right. There could be an offer to settle AMC at 1,000 a share if we will all just go away and stop bothering them. It doesn't fucking work like that. Why do they think that this is going to happen? This is so fucking stupid. They're not going to offer you a deal to buy your shares at $1,000 a fucking share. How childish. How fucking oh my god. Oh my god. I started the stream and saying I was going to try to keep my cool. It hasn't happened. At 10,000 a share, we would cause severe losses and So when does this new rule start? It's not a fucking new rule. March 3rd. March 3rd. Oh my god. So this is the problem. You have a bunch of people who admittedly, okay? Now, obviously I think these people are idiots. And they can click on this link too, just like me, and they can read it just like me, and they can think about it just like me. So on one hand, yeah, whatever, it's not a problem. But on the other hand, it is a problem, and I think that hand wins out because this is wrong. It's 100% wrong. It's not correct. Tom Fazzulo's this is an example of if you have confidence, you can say anything and people will fucking eat it right out of your hand. They will. They will. Yeah, that entitled, coddled boomer. You guys had the world fucking handed to you on a platter. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear. It's not the night for that. It's not the night. Okay. And the condition, like, leave the campsite and the condition you found it in or better. The campsite's fucking trashed. Okay. It's trashed. And I'm talking about my parents here too, by the way. So you guys had fucking kids like this fucking idiot here, Tom Fudzulo. His parents are boomers. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Some of them had kids like me, though, so I guess I can't really use that as a justification. But oh my God, Tom Fudzulo. I'm just kidding with you, Len. You know I love you. But yeah, boomers. Mm, I remember on my old on my old channel. I was definitely was it was a different time. It was it was during it was during the summer of last year. So definitely was a little bit less hinged with the boomer comments. I know. And definitely alienated some people, but you know what? If it's too hot, the kitchen. If you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen. My good friend Keenan Grace said that. Jump back, want to kiss myself. So, um, but the boomers that are obviously the boomers that are that watch my videos, um, are probably like we're cool. But anyway, um, but see, Tony, this isn't a rule. This isn't a proposal at all. This is already in existence. They're just they're trying to get comments on it as to whether it's necessary to keep doing this, you know, how to make it more accurate, ways to enhance the quality, how to minimize the burden of how, the time that it takes, whether they can use automated forms to do it. Like this is not a rule proposal. It's already in existence. They're trying to get comments on it. But because Fudzulos put this out here like this, um, I know you're just kidding, but he is a boomer, isn't he? Or is he an X? He's a generation X dude. I don't know how old Model 3 dude's an enigma, but he's a fantastic enigma. I won't I don't think I'll go far enough for you. We'll see though. Model 3 dude, I had a dream. This is so weird. I had a dream last week. Geriatric millennial, that's me. That that's my that's my generation right there. The oldest millennials that you can get. But I had a dream last week sometime that all of you guys were in the chat, like me and Lynn and Bad Back and Antoinette, we were all at your house with you and your wife watching a movie. And I don't ask me what movie it was, but it was an animated movie. It was a cartoon. I don't know which one or what, anything beyond that. But we were going to Model 3 Dude's house. We were all meeting up there to watch a movie as a group. And I was like, wait, whose house? Really? I'm going to meet him? And yeah. And then I had to wake up. And that's all I remember. But it was good to meet you and watch that movie with you, whatever it was. I still think we should have a meetup and we should do it at Model 3 Dude's house or at an Airbnb in Kansas City. Oh, geez. I'm curious to see if there's any more comments on this. I doubt there's going to be anything. An offer to settle AMC at 1,000 a share. Oh my God. It's so funny. Wow. Should I leave a comment? I think I should leave a comment on this. Let's see. What is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth paragraph. The fifth paragraph. Fuck you, Tom Fudzulo. I mean, I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, these fucking guys. No, I was just typing. I was just typing. I was just typing. Um, I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't saying I know Model 3, dude. Isn't that cool? Like, I don't know why. It was just like yeah, we were at Model 3 dude's house. And I don't remember anything about it. I'm sure it was exactly like your house, actually. Um, but yeah, I can't I, I can't talk and type at the same time unless I'm like saying what I'm typing, but I usually do that. So, anyway, yeah, ridiculous. Oh, by the way, if you notice anything about this video here that you see that you don't normally see, as in this area, huh? Huh? Number of dislikes shown? Number of dislikes shown? Oh, yeah, it's real. It's real. Oh, it's real. It's definitely real. Yep. Return YouTube dislike extension. That's all you need to look up. Return YouTube dislike. Put this extension in your browser. This is for Chrome. And then you can see how many people disliked Tom Fudzulo's video. And I would leave it at 7, but that counts as engagement. So I don't like or dislike anything. But Isn't that cool? It's still there. You can still see it. Um, no, my blood pressure is fine. Um, but we will uh I'll tell you what though, you know, Nexium, like Nexium, I could use that. Chilo, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, for a few ape shares, enjoy your 100 Lambos. Oh boy. Now I have to figure out, thanks a lot. Now I have to figure out what colors of Lambos I want. Oh my God. This is gonna be a disaster. How am I gonna realize this, figure this out? Oh my. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. It's really not necessary, but do appreciate it very much. So, Tom Fudzula, I mean, I think that's about all I mean, that's that's enough, really. That's enough for one evening. Like, if only it mattered, is the thing. If only it actually fucking mattered. And I say that cynically somewhat, but I also say it realistically, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter what these people say, whether it's true or not, because it will always be, wow, thanks. Wow, your videos never disappoint me. You know, get him, Tom. Always. And the crypto scammers spammers will always be there. But I still, even though it doesn't matter, I still think it's important to look at this stuff. Um, and you get some other people talking about this, sort of. Uh, you know, Chris Norland, but he's talking about it more on a larger, like a higher level in terms of, hey, this is what is happening with the stock, and these, this is this is what people believe, or this is what the influencers are saying, but here's the reality. Here's the realistic, price of the stock, yada yada yada. He's not really looking at the correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't. He's not really looking at specifics of, okay, Tom Fazzulo made this claim. Is it true or not? Let's look. Let's go find the document. Let's go read it closely. Let's reference what it references, etc. Nobody's. I mean, I don't know. Maybe other people. Maybe somebody's doing it, but it doesn't seem like anybody's doing that. And it never seemed like anybody was doing that. And it's just like it is bullshit that you go on YouTube and type in AMC, and this is what you get. This is what you get. You get all this shit, buyout rumors and reversals soon and yada yada. The short sellers are playing with fire, and $11,560 per share. Like, why is that on here? Why the fuck is that on? I mean, it's fucking not true. Not even close to being true. And then you get this: certain stocks trade for very different prices in dark pools. No, the SEC didn't say that. He says SEC, as if the SEC is saying that. They didn't say that. SEC admits AMC and other stocks trade for different. No, they don't admit that AMC. It doesn't say shit about AMC or any stocks trading for different prices. So, I mean, that's misinformation, misleading. I mean, you want to talk about something that doesn't matter. Reporting this shit to YouTube doesn't matter. Does not matter because he got 2,500 views in 6 hours. And that's all that matters is views. Doesn't matter if it's correct or not. Doesn't matter if people are being misled or not. As long as they get the views. As long as YouTube gets the views. Because as much as these guys make on these videos, YouTube makes more. They're the ones who really make the money. So it's ridiculous. And it's not a censorship thing. It's a should this book be allowed in the library? Not because we don't like it, but because it has incorrect information in it, and it's purporting to be a nonfiction book. But it has bad research, bad data. It's been shown that it's not true. Either we're not going to allow it, or I would be fine with a banner on these fucking videos. How about that, YouTube? Instead of not having the videos up, how about this? Those banners that come up here, blue banners, when you look at any video about COVID-19 or anything that's at all controversial, and it has, COVID-19 was a, da, 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 and then there's a link to the Wikipedia article about it. How about that? Why can't we get that? AMC stock, blah, blah, da, da, da. Some kind of little blurb. Let's see if I can find one. I don't know. Yet, of course, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't. Uh, I know people have seen it. Here's one right here. COVID-19. Get the latest information about COVID-19. Why am I seeing this? Information panel giving topical context. Okay. When you search or watch videos related to topics prone to misinformation, such as the moon landing, this is right up there with the moon landing conspiracies, let me tell you. You may see an information panel at the top of your search results or under a video you're watching. I'd be all right with that. I'd be okay with that. And you know what? Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. Information panel. I'd be okay with that. How can we get an information panel YouTube on AMC videos, please? I have to do this the old school way because I'm still trying to get my new computer configured right for everything like handy.
Roll another blunt, man.
But so I'm literally playing this from YouTube, which I don't normally do. Anyway, information panels show basic background information sourced from independent third-party partners. To give more context on the topic. If you want to learn more, the panel's linked to the third-party partners website. These information panels will show regardless of what opinions or perspectives are expressed in a video. Okay. YouTube doesn't endorse or create any of the info shown in the panels. If you disagree, contact the website owner that published the article. Okay. Yeah, we need those. We fucking need those on this shit. 100%. Ridiculous. Raise your hand if you're not a Chinese spy. Well, my hand is raised, but you can't see it, so here you go. Now, Model 3 dude says we never landed on the moon, so I think he's a Chinese spy. I think that's what that means. Return YouTube dislike. It's life-changing. It's life-changing.
Take me to jail, inconsiderate.
I'm
Selfish when
curious now, actually,
You talk
that I have that on here.
so flirtatious, so naughty. How can you be jealous on Facebook, keeping up with your ex-fellas?
4 weeks ago. It's been 4 weeks since Trey fucking left. And I'll tell you what, it's like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. It's so nice not having to listen to fucking dumbass Trey. Look at this. 11,000 dislikes.
I don't trust you. Now what the fuck was
Oh, you suck, Trey. Good fucking riddance. And what happened to your hair, dude? You used to have nice hair. Like shit. Wow. 11,000 dislikes. Fuck me. Wow. Why I bought calls. By the way, these expired worthless last week. Worthless. Worthless. And still a lot of dislikes. Still a lot of dislikes. Wow.
And you need to quit. Baby, you full of shit. Full of shit, full of shit. And you need to quit. Don't provoke.
Oh my God.
Roll thee up and smoke thee.
The algos are gonna get me. I know. I know. I know. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, but you remember in the last stream, I played a little bit of the song. I played the first intro, and then I played Full of Shit one time. That didn't trigger it. That did not trigger a copyright violation. So I know that I can do that. So I'm just going to trim the file and have a short little version of it, and that will be what I'll use. But tonight, I just don't care. I mean, they're not going to take the video down. They're not going to take the video down. But, you know, it's just not good anyway. But, yeah. I was pretty excited about the fact that it did not pick it up from that first part that I put on there. So that's cool. Oh boy. Of course, Manny would bring this here right at the end. You got to go to bed. Okay, well, here's your next 11 people waiting. And I had about 11 people actually tune in, which I appreciate you all. You know that. Well, I have to go watch Maverick of Wall Street now. So I suggest everybody do that. Watch Maverick of Wall Street instead of the Lorian, whatever the hell his name is. There you go. Watch him. Much more informative. And get return YouTube dislike so you can see how many people hate my videos. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'll catch you later this week. Take care. Stay away from the grifters, unless you call them out. Call out Tom Fudzullo. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I would appreciate it very much. Until next time, take care. See ya.